right, guys, this is Up Close with Vivian. We are at her home, and these are her lovely kids. What's your name?
Natalie.
And what's your name, you? What's your name? Ty West. All right, so we'll be spending the day with Vivian, her husband Sam West, and their lovely kids here. So listen, we're at their home in Karen, and guys, what's up?
What's up?
Hey. These guys have so much energy. You know, you're an artist and you're always like performing so crazily on stage.
I know, it's they're a handful, but but they always have so much energy.
Yeah.
But Sam he knows how to handle them better.
I deal with them.
Me, I'm just the classic mama nyumba. But I'm working on myself.
You're working on yourself.
Yes.
Thank you so much for having us at your home.
Welcome.
And look, green hair, luminous green kwanza. Kwani unaitwa mwende somewhere.
You know, when you walk into a room with this kind of hair, like you won't go unnoticeable, right? And not that I want to get noticed, but with my kind of work, I don't put question, is that her? Is that not her?
They just know when they see purple hair,
yes, green hair, you know, orange hair, red hair, blonde hair. Then they can be able to relate to me.
So guys, so say hi. This is your camera.
Hi.
Hi, how are you doing?
Welcome to our humble abode.
Yes.
We're so happy to have the whole Up Close crew.
Yes.
Yeah, it's an absolute pleasure.
Thank you so much, Betty, for coming.
But listen, guys, I have to say this. Please, Wangugi, just show this table. Yani, it's like walisikia Betty anakuja. Vitu, did you guys sleep ama mlianza kupika jioni?
No. This is how we welcome all our visitors.
And this is round one.
What? In round one? Cheki vile nimefurahi na sasa everybody will be like, "Hey Betty, amechangamka sababu ya chakula." So I understand that your two kids are actually really talented.
Yes.
You want to show us something? I understand you're a gymnast. Show us. Let's go. I'll accompany you. Come, I want to see this. Wow.
Wow.
Wow. What? Are you okay?
Wow.
What?
Wow.
Are you okay? Yeah. Woo!
Wow.
Oh my gosh!
He's okay.
Hey, high five! That is amazing! Oh my gosh! Okay, you gonna try a cartwheel? All right, let's see that. Hey! You guys are amazing. So can we have some breakfast? Yeah? So how is it living as creatives, you know, in one house?
Some of the most successful stand-up comedians ni wenye bibi yao ucheka jokes zake. Sasa unfortunately wangu acheki.
So you're not a good comedian, ama nini?
I am one of the best comedians. Nahitaji tu moral support nyumbani.
You know, the joke, it just needs to flow. Unajua, like usikoroge sana.
Akioni honest, we'll start the conversation at such an honest level. For you, Sam, what is it that she does? You're just like, why?
You see, I'm also her manager.
Yes.
So, kuna wakati ana mix umanager na unyumbani. Unaona? Umama. So, kuna wakati unapata like, at times I need to be serious with her. And then another, but you can't do that to your wife. Unajua, so some of those things. So,
you know, Natalie is your daughter, Ty is your son. Okay, but obviously you're one family. So how has that been like? You know, as blended families, you know, especially here in this side of the world. It's taken time before, you know, people have actually accepted it. And, you know, once, you know, made efforts for it to work. But you guys, how are you coping?
One of the key things with blended families is you have to understand who you are. You are different species. Because it's not a normal family. Because one, you're trying to connect with your partner as two individuals. And then now you also have other people as well. You have a child, she has a child, and the two of them also have to integrate. And of course that comes with perceptions of also the other side. You know, the families also want the integration to work out, and they may want it to work out in a certain way, which may not be what Vivian wants, and may not be what I want.
What was the biggest challenge?
we have different ways in which we were used to bringing up our children differently.
Yeah.
So that is also an issue, because maybe there's something he'll see, maybe me, you know, with Natalie, and he'll be like, why don't you try this and whatever. And it's easy to take offense with that. And maybe I'll say the same with him. Sam, I think if you did this with Ty, you know, and it's a girl and a boy. So also their behaviors are completely different, you know. So, of course, at first, that coming together with the different ways of parenting, that was the major thing, you know.
Any hard questions they've asked, they've posed for you? I remember some you telling me earlier something.
Yeah.
Of course, some of the hard questions is when they're not sure what to call you.
Yeah.
To call who?
Both of us.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we've had also to have conversations with them, like we sit down with them, we make them feel like they're accepted, but especially now in terms of me being mostly in charge of the discipline. You know, Sam is a little bit chilled out, Nini, but he'd see me.
I'm more of a diplomat. I prefer when someone makes a mistake, let's come to the table. Let's have a handshake. Let's discuss.
Let's have a handshake.
Yes. Sometimes with kids, there are things that you can't talk. You have to actually have disciplinary action. I think we're getting there.
But it has worked many times.
What has worked?
Like discussions. Like, you know, everything's about communication.
That's true. You're born again.
Yes.
And you can really sing, my goodness.
Thank you.
The last concert we were, it was in Eldoret. And my goodness, you can sing. Have you heard her sing? Of course you've heard her sing.
She sings every day.
I sing all the time. They're so used to me, they just take me for granted here.
My goodness, can I ask you to sing Amazing Grace?
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me.
Hey, Manze. Hey, I remember. But then we stopped. I think we're doing our show, and you know, I was like, "Who is that girl singing?" Do you get sometimes like disturbed by, you know, her line of work, her dancing, ona hiyo jeans vile? Yani hata my mom atasema kwani hauna nguo.
Of course, it's good to have a good relationship with God.
True.
But God sees us as the same. And you cannot tell people because you sing love songs, you are not born again.
I get it. Well, honestly, he needs to. Anzani kanisa.
He's a pastor, by the way.
Oh, you're a pastor.
I'm a motivational speaker.
Oh,
but
he's a motivational.
She always says I'm a pastor.
So to see, Mama Wanyumba, please answer his story. The other day you said you were trending on Twitter because you said you walked from ilikuwa Madam paka Nyayo Stadium. Me, I thought it was Nyayo Estate, but kumbe ni Nyayo Stadium.
I mean, niliona hiyo tweet first. I was like,
okay, mi kwangu kwa sababu ilikuwa kidogo like
kwanza nilipigiwa simu nikaulizwa Sam, nimeona hii story inaendelea online. Nikapigia Vivian kwamba lakini Vivian unatubeba aje?
So yeah, so how do you deal with such, you know, unamka subuhi unapata una trend, unajua trending hata wewe mwenyewe ujui what you've done.
I don't really get affected because now I know who I am.
Yes. Tell us about your upbringing. Not many people. You're saying that you used to work in Nairobi West. Where? What did you used to do? How was your upbringing like?
I was brought up in a family of 4, but my brother passed on about 2 years ago.
Your older brother?
My older brother. So now we're just 3 girls remaining. I grew up in Eastlands, but my mom was very hardworking. Mostly, I grew under the guidance of a single mother. My dad was there, but he was not present. He was not too present. I think he was just going through his things. So I will not, blame him. Right now, we do have a relationship, a very good relationship. So I was fortunate to go to proper schools, which also encouraged me in terms of my talent and my music and just tapping into my gifts. And then high school, I went to State House.
Hey, nyi mlikuwa na pesa.
He told my mom that the number of times she told us, sina pesa.
So ni demonstrator.
Mini demonstrator.
Ile grey uniform, mulikuwa mnatishia.
Green skirts.
What? Yani funky ni nyi kusema. Sisi wengine mlewa kwa basi uko kwa uko mwisho.
And then
So life was not as hard.
it was
Ilikuwa tu sawa.
Ilikuwa tu haikuwa mbaya sana. I really have to thank my mom for that because alijitolea. I did 1 year of college, but then I couldn't continue because there were issues with money. So I had to start working. I remember I saw a job in the newspaper and I said, well, let me apply for this job. It looks lucrative. Sasa hapo ndio story. Sasa I went for the job. Kwenda nikapatiwa vyombo kama hizi zote. Niende nikauze.
You wanna say mare kwa mare?
Nilikuwa mare kwa mare.
No way.
I'm dead serious.
You know, saying that as a joke.
No,
mare kwa mare wale mare kwa mare.
I didn't say mare kwa mare.
No,
I was very strategic by the way. So nikachukua vyombo. I had this key bag. I said, it's not the job I wanted, but I said, since I've come here and I've come all the way, let me just do it, right? Because I didn't have anything I was doing. So I took the vyombos, I went to town. Where did you take them? See, I sold them and then I went back. But the commission was so little, I was given 200 bob. And I think I sold things worth maybe like 4K. So I was very disappointed.
What? So the first day you sold 4,000?
I sold everything.
You got 200?
I got 200. Ni fair tu, ilirudisha home.
At least when you got democrat fair.
At least mimi nilikuwa na fair. Others came back, they hadn't sold anything. I felt really sorry for them.
What?
I left, now I went home, I started thinking, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Then I set up a movie shop. Yeah, a gaming shop. I had movies and I had games where kids could come and play. I did that and it was, I managed to do it. I did it for a while. Actually, my transition to music was from that. So I opened the shop, fanya kidogo, naenda studio, narudi nafungua juu na need fare kwenda studio. Nini hivyo.
So those people who mnaban ma CD, mnaban ma movies.
Ma pirates, no wonder watu wana pirate ngoma zangu.
Mlikuwa mnatujenga.
Nilikuwa by then nilikuwa nauza sana.
So now after that that's when now you transitioned.
After that now I transitioned into music. I started hosting karaoke. Because also I was still producing the music, but it was not paying me well enough to be able to do it single-handedly. I met a couple of people who really helped me. My first studio, Main Switch, Jaguar Studio. That's where I started from. I was there for like 2 years. It really helped me because I did my first song with him, and that like just put me in the limelight. And then I met this guy, 2016.
Wawaki mmeangalia ni kama tuko kwa ndosho smia. So what we'll do, guys, we will finish this first part of the interview here so we can finish our breakfast.
Yes.
Muhimu. Jenga mwili haribu jina. So we'll finish this and then we'll head out to, I understand you have a big event happening this Saturday.
Yes.
Dominate.
Yes.
So you'll be telling us about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, first tumalizane.
Yes.
Na maneno kwanza.
Yes. And everyone is welcome.
Busy, blaze, blaze.
Unajidu na uko hungry.
Chali mdogo na uko thirsty. Ukisleki nitakuroga you be mahani.
Vivi. Accelerator.
Speedometer. Kuserereka. Speedometer.
Your song is big.
Now it's a very big song.
Lakini sasa hizo lines zako unajifanya na uko thirsty. Boy mdogo au unajidu na uko hungry. Chali mdogo uko thirsty. Yani kama ni mzazi anasikia, how do you inamaanisha nini?
When I said chali mdogo, I didn't mean physique. Yes, I meant up here. Because most guys want to pride themselves with
Asimi niko 30. Ama 40. Kumbe hapa uko 15, 16 hapo.
Okay. Alafu with their vigor in bed. Yes. That's what mimi ni mnoma. But that doesn't entice us as women. You need to be someone who's well structured, organized.
I like that. So tell me, where are we here?
This is where we come for swimming.
You kujanga every day matundi because
kuja. Like I used to come here for swimming before it started raining, like 4 times a week.
4 times.
Kujaribu kunini.
Oh yeah, ile kunini.
Kwa compact.
Easy chaiza Upclose. I think for me, I'll actually have to enter and I learned just a few.
Also,
cups
swimming
of tea.
underwater helps with breath control. So when I'm singing, I don't run out of
Really?
breath. Oh yeah.
And the kids also, I'm seeing they're enjoying
Yeah.
kabisa.
Yep.
Maisha Karen is actually quite nice. So now for you, do you feel like you have also a responsibility to like empower young girls?
My voice is for the girl,
Yeah.
and especially for that collabo, 3 guys and I was the
And
only
you're
girl.
the only girl.
You know.
Talk about girl power.
So I had to just come out and say the truth about what we feel as women.
Yes,
Unajua see too, you're not like a bag.
Yes.
Like unakuja
Unachukuliwa,
unachukuliwa unabebwa.
Yeah,
We have a say, we have things we like, we have things we don't like. And sometimes I may not be interested.
Yes.
And it's not an offense.
It's not an offense. One thing that people don't even know about you is that before you met some West, no, at least you're happy.
Yeah.
But you're in a very abusive relationship.
Yes.
How can somebody abuse you, honestly speaking? Who is that person? Anaitwa?
Tawandikia email.
But really, why did that happen?
It was actually.
Why did you stay in an abusive?
I did not stay. When I started dating the guy, I noticed he had like anger issues, but I didn't think it would go as hard as that. Plus, at that time, I was not in my best of spaces.
Yeah.
I was very alone, very confused. You know, when in this mziki ukianza, you get a lot of lies. So the guy is actually in entertainment. That's the funny part.
He's like a water butcher.
He's just an entertainer. Stambia. He apologized, by the way.
Oh, he did?
He did apologize.
Okay.
I can't even remember the story. And we were in the house and his friend was there. And he got so upset. I can't even remember over what. And he just started punching me. He hit me against the wall. It was so bad.
And that was the first time?
That was the first time, but it was also the last.
So he beat you up?
Oh, yeah.
He threw you to the wall?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
How old were you?
It was just when I had gotten into entertainment. It was like 5 years ago.
What?
5 years ago.
5 years ago.
And it even affected how I did things, but I'm happy at least I got over it. And I keep, the reason why I tell that story, I always say, if I will say something that will help anyone, I would rather put it. Because there's someone who's going through abuse.
Definitely.
And they're not even able to leave. Yes. So you need to be able to walk away. Yeah.
As we wind up the conversation, where do you see your music going? What is it that you have in store for people who love your music, your fans, the industry?
Right now, I want to experiment with new styles of music. Even for Accelerator, that's not something I used to do. But I feel like now I'm confident enough to just try out new things. Life is too short. And then hopefully next year, I'm going to do like a proper presentation of my work to the public. Either through launching of my brand now properly, just for people to come and see. Fans of Vivian.
Let's talk about Dominate.
Yes.
Dominate is one of the projects you've been working on.
Yes.
And it came from an experience you had in the States.
Yes.
So talk to us about it. It's happening this Saturday, by the time the show is happening, is actually going to be tomorrow.
Yes. I felt like I needed to start a space where everyone feels welcome and we talk about the real issues, you know. We'll have to say vitu kwa ground ni different, and we need to have those discussions. So it's gonna have speakers. There'll be a speaker talking about financial issues because also as a country, do you know 9 out of 10 Kenyans are in debt? Ni 10 out of 10. Hata mimi nilikuwa naona hivyo. So we have serious issues with money. We don't have good relationships with money. It's either you want to spend everything or you have nothing to spend at all. So that's a problem. I believe that God has a purpose for everyone. And even like the way I was telling you, Betty, I feel like even for this show, this is a show I feel that is really kingdom because it tells experiences, real life experiences of people, and you get to see people for who they are, and they really open up. And there's no better place to learn than through people, right?
Thanks for that. Thank
yeah, you're welcome.
So this is happening on Saturday.
Yes, on Saturday from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m.
St.
Christopher's along Gong Road. It's just along the road.
Along the road, yeah. I know it.
I want to influence the mindset. Sam and I feel like we want to influence how we think, because when you change how you think, it changes the things you do.
What are the last words to your fans?
I just want to tell guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Please also keep supporting Betty. She's doing an amazing job. This is an amazing show. I'm so happy to be part of it. Keep watching Dominate on Saturday, St. Christopher's, 2 p.m. Invite only. Details are on my Instagram. Just DM me so that you get your invite and you come through. It's going to be a really, really life-changing event. Yes.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Sasa tumemaliza show. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the one and only Vivian on Up Close on the Weekend with Betty. All right? Thank you so much for this day.